Hello everyone, welcome to the Ask Auntie L, where I answer your questions, concerns, and or give advice. This week I did not receive any questions at all, but I figured this would be a chance to do an advice segment. I wanted to talk about something that is kind of controversial. This past, a month or two ago, they legalized gay marriage in the United States. So I wanted to take this opportunity to reach out to the teenagers or young children or even young adults that are trying to discover who they are, or they know who they are, but they are in a situation where they are unhappy or cannot truly be their self. So I'm reaching out to the people that are a part of the LGBT community, Q plus and so on and so forth. It changes every time. So I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss sexual preferences, I guess is the best way to put it. I wanted to do it as if you were my child. Okay. So, to me, honestly, the only thing that truly matters is what makes you happy. Okay. Now, in the world today, unfortunately, there's a lot of negativity. And the people that are close to you might try to tell you that you can't be like that. You know, they might say things that hurt you. And what honestly matters is the other person that you're with. You know, if they make you happy and they treat you nothing less than a goddess or a god, then who cares what everyone else thinks? You know? And I know we live in a very connected age where all the things that are good and bad are just a click away or a tap away, depending on what device you're using. So there are a lot of people out there that you can reach out to, and they either are going through the same experience as you are, or they've been there and done that. You know, I know a lot of people that have felt alone in terms of their sexuality. And the honest truth is, obviously, you're not alone, because they legalized gay marriage, and you can find other people online that you can talk to, or, you know, even in your own school, you can find people that they might not want to talk about it right away, but once you become friends with them, they'll be willing to talk with you about it. And so you don't want to think that you're alone, because you're not. And I know a lot of people that have accepted who they are, and they lead very happy lives. I mean, I know couples that are married. You know, I know people that have been with partners for years, and they have a close-knit community. Not just with gay people, but also with straight people as well. You know, I did a lot of theater in college, so not to give that stereotype, but I did know a lot of people that were gay, lesbian, transgender, you know, bisexual, of that nature. And, you know, they flourished in college, and they're flourishing in the real world. You know, they're teachers, they are members of the theater community, they are, you know, they're everywhere. So, you're not alone. And those that wish awful things on you, the best part about the internet is you can block all that. You know, you can block them from your Facebook, you know, your Instagram, you can report them and stuff. You can wish away all that negativity. The only critic that you really need to worry about is yourself, you know. And I am my own worst critic. Now, I'm not gay, I'm not lesbian, transgender, or any of that. But honestly, the only opinion that matters is yours. You know, their opinion doesn't mean anything. And I know it's easy for me to say because I'm a straight, white, blonde-haired woman, but I have dealt with my own issues, you know, growing up, because I looked different. I don't know if some of you know this, but I have different shaped ears. You think that is like the least people would think about. And honestly, most of the time when I see other adults, they don't even notice until I say something. And when I was in elementary school, that was a shock for me to know that I was different. You know, I remember being a little kid and I was playing on my brother's Game Boy, and I wanted to wear the headphones, but they were the earbuds and they wouldn't fit in my ears, and I didn't understand what was going on. And he's like, "Oh, your ears are just too small." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's all." And then when I came to elementary school and everyone was like, "Oh, you're an elf, you must know Santa Claus," and all that stuff, you know, it was like, what? I don't understand. How am I different? So I know that's a different experience because it's a physical, you know, thing. Okay, pause for a second. I want to show you this. Harley, what are you doing? My cat is very confused. She is in a fishbowl. Side note, what are you doing, goofy girl? Anyway, now I know there's, just to go off that topic a little bit, I know there's been a lot of debate since Caitlyn Jenner won the Courage Award. I don't know the name of it specifically. And I know people have been saying that she doesn't deserve it, you know, and that she needs to get her medals taken away because she's no longer a man and all of that stuff. And, you know, to me, there are varying levels of courage, you know, but it still takes that human quality to be courageous, to be willing to stand up to something, you know, whether it be other firearms, like if you're in the military, or whether it be to, say if you're a child and you stand up to your parent that's smacking your mother around or something, you know, there are different levels of courage, you know, but it still is a quality that we humans should have. But unfortunately, some of us are not. It takes us a long time to get to that point, to finally just be like, enough, you know. And I want to put it to those critics this way, in terms of the whole, you know, gay people shouldn't be like that, okay? I want to ask you a question. If someone said to you that you're no longer allowed to pray, you're no longer allowed to pray, you can't do that anymore, well, would you still do it? You know, would you still do it in your bedroom at night before you go to bed? You know, it's like, everyone is different. You know, it's like my fiance likes to say, different strokes for different folks. Okay, so we all have our youth that are questioning their sexual preferences. Now, I'm reaching out to you because the statistics today are, it's very sad. You know, you have teenagers, preteens, you know, kids as young as 10 that are committing suicide. Let that sink in for a second. Imagine that you are 10 years old and you cannot come out to your parents and tell them, I like boys, I like girls. So you find that the only solution is to end your own life. You're 10 years old, okay? Let that sink in for a minute. If that was your child that decided they couldn't love who they wanted to and they needed to end their own life, what does that say about you? That you weren't willing to accept your own child that you gave birth to. You know, that you decided that you didn't want an abortion. You wanted to go to full term. And then this child decided that they wanted to end their own life because you could not accept them the way they were. You who created them. person are you? Parents need to accept their children, because I hate to say it, but you both were in the process of creating life. And if you can't accept that life, what kind of person are you? You know, that's honestly what it boils down to. Now, I know a lot of parents that have been very accepting of their children. You know, actually, Jazz, I'm sure a lot of people know about her. And she's been all over, you know, like Ellen DeGeneres and all of those shows and everything. And for those parents to, like, be willing to be like, yes, we need to be able to make sure that all these other transgender children are, you know, accepted and, you know, feel loved. It's, for them, that's courageous, you know, to be willing to, what are you doing, Harley? To be willing to accept their child the way they are. See, that's you. She wants up, she wants down, I don't know what she wants. But, kitty distraction, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so, after all the kitty distractions, I finally got back on the right track. Okay, so, I am proud to say that I am an ally of those who love the same sex. They love to dress up as the other gender. And, you know, I just hope that this video helps someone to know that you are not alone, and it is getting better, and it will get better. And when you become an adult, the best thing that you can do is leave it all behind, you know. And unfortunately, if there is that situation where, you know, unfortunately you have to leave your family behind, sometimes it's for the best. And it might hurt, but you gotta do what's right for you. And, you know, there are other people out there that can help you, you know, whether it be discover who you are or, you know, just give you advice. Not that I'm self-centered or anything. Anyway, but I just wanted to be there for all of you that need help and just needed to hear it from someone, you know, that maybe you wanted to hear it from someone that was straight, you know, maybe you wanted to hear it from someone that wasn't gay, you know, to know that not all of us are crazy, okay? I mean, I'm crazy, but not like, woo, crazy. Anyway, so I hope this helped some of you out there, and now I'm going to be doing that little bit where be sure to subscribe to my channel, click that button below. Also be sure to like my Facebook page at Ask Auntie L. And be sure to follow me on Instagram, which is ask_auntie_L. So, I will see you guys next Thursday, and be sure to submit your questions and or advice topics. So, hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Alright, bye-bye.